I tried with my bangs today, I really did, but they are, like, they're so ugly. Hi, hey, welcome to episode 8 of our custom home building series. In episode 4, I showed you guys our house plans, what the outside was gonna look like, sort of a layout of the inside. It had gone to the engineers, everything was approved, and we were just ready to go. Well, I sat on those plans, and literally every single night when I go to sleep, when I'm like walking around in the kitchen, I'm envisioning myself being in my new kitchen. When I'm in my bathroom, I'm envisioning how the flow is going to go in my new bathroom. I live in those house plans as I'm walking through the house, when I'm out and about, like I am constantly thinking about them. And every aspect of the house I loved. But there was one area that I just kept thinking about, and I'm like, okay, I don't think this is gonna work, but I don't wanna spend the money on, you know, going back to the architects, going back to the engineers. Like, I just didn't wanna pay that extra money. But I couldn't get this out of my mind. Here's the floor plan for the original entryway. When you first walked in the front door, there was a 6-foot long wall to your left, and it was there because of the design of the outside of the house, because of the roof line, and I just kept envisioning that, and even though there was plenty of space there, I didn't like the way it was looking. Here is a picture of an inside perspective, so you can kind of visualize what that wall looked like. And even though there's 8 feet of opening right there, I did not like the wall straight up right there. It drove me nuts thinking about it, and I kept envisioning like how I was going to take pictures in front of that door. Granted, most people aren't thinking that when they're designing their home, but for someone that takes photos in their home a lot, I really wanted it to look good in pictures, and I know that wall was just going to drive me crazy. So here's a perspective where she gave me the option of moving that wall, but I didn't like how it was unsymmetrical on each side of the door, and so I didn't like that. So I got my piece of paper out, I traced our floor plan, and then I drew in the lines where I thought it would make the front entrance look a lot better, a lot more symmetrical. And so this is what I came up with right here. And I love it. So before I went through the process of sending this to the architect and the engineer, I contacted my drafter that I've used on our flip home, and I said, will you draw this up and show me what it would look like on the inside, and then I will go from there. So here are the perspectives from what it would look like on the inside if we were to implement the changes that I was looking at. When she sent these photos over to me, the only phrase that could come to my mind was, this is home. Like, this feels more like home. It feels more comforting to me. Maybe it's just aesthetically pleasing to my eyes, and so I feel like it's more comfortable, but I just felt like it was the right choice to make. I was worried about this little nook that was cut out by the stairs, but this is my favorite photo, and I can just imagine putting a bench in front of that window, a picture above it with the lamp sconce above the picture, and sitting there waiting for grandma and grandpa to show up or something. This was it. Now, the reason I was so hesitant to make those changes is because I really loved the outside look of the house that we had. The proportions of everything just looked and felt really good to me. So here's the perspective of what the outside is going to look like with the added windows to each side of the door. And I like it. I mean, let me say that better. I love it. I really do like it. It doesn't seem as like quaint and like, I don't know, just the way it looks, but I would much rather have more windows and have that open space, more functional space, because okay, I want everything to be aesthetically pleasing, but it has to be functional, right? Like this, I think that the colors and the shading are a little bit different than the first one, and so it makes it look more drastically different than I think it will actually be. It's going to be gorgeous. It just feels a little bit different. I mean, the shading just looks different. It's like, it's like the sun was out when the before picture, and then on the after it was like the sun had gone down and it's like shadowed. So I'm like, is that toying with my brain? Like the windows are even like a little darker, so I'm like, wait a minute. I like the after. I think it's going to be really good. Like the whole color of the house is different too. It's like, wait, the house went from white to being like a gray green. When you make changes to one of the floors on the floor plan, it is going to change it above and below. And it actually created good changes. So downstairs, it added a little bit of space for the kids' bathroom and the kids' bedroom that was right next to it. And the kids' bedroom, the closet was kind of small, smaller than I would maybe want. So they were able to make that closet a bigger walk-in closet. And so ultimately it was a good choice. I didn't want to spend the money and I didn't want to add any square footage, and it really didn't add square footage. I mean, it kind of did, but not in a way that's gonna cost any more money. So all in all, I'm really excited for the new foyer, the new entryway. Now I do have a question. This is a big one. So I need you to weigh in on your opinion in the comments below. I have 3 different options for the foyer floor. The main floor, I'm wanting it to be a really light colored hardwood floor. And originally I had planned on doing that all through the foyer as well, which would be gorgeous. It's really a win-win situation for all 3, but it's a very big decision. So all hardwood, a checkered tile. Now I've seen this and it is so beautiful. I love it. It is beautiful. Will I get sick of it? I don't know. I'm a really like plain kind of person, and so I like the idea of just having one solid floor, but I could do a white and kind of like a slate bluey gray tile mixed with white. So white and a blue gray tile through just the foyer until it met up with the rest of the house, and then it would go to hardwood. Or I'm feeling like the design might be like a lot, especially because in my mind, I can't picture what it's gonna look like with like the furniture in there. So I'm like, well, I guess we could just do all white tile, like a marble tile. And I just don't know. So there's those 3 options. Tell me which option you would choose. I'm having a hard time. Oh, I don't know what to do. What I want to do is the white and blue checkered, like bluish gray checkered floor. I think that is what I want to do, but I'm worried I'll get sick of it because I'm not changing a thing. Like once we get in there, like I am not changing a thing. So I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And if you are not caught up with the series of our new home build, I will have that playlist listed in the description below. Bye guys. Welcome to episode 8 of our custom home building, our custom home building series. Okay. Welcome to episode 8 of our custom home building series. So when you walk in the front door, there was a wall to the side. Hold on, I have a, tell me what was the third one? Oh,